Hi, I'm Rich Bedani and welcome to another episode of Northeast Packard Classic Cars. Today we're going to be working on this 1953 Packard station wagon, and the customer has asked that we put a vintage air system into the car so that he can use this car down in Florida. As you know, it gets very hot and air conditioning's become a way of life right now. I remember years ago I'd take long trips, never noticed it missing because it wasn't available. Now that we have air conditioning, a brief ride of 15 minutes would be unbearable. So we're going to place an air conditioning system into this car, and the first thing we have to do is we buy certain components. We're using vintage air right now that has a compressor, it'll have an evaporator, it has a condenser, and all the components needed to make a good system. One good thing about the newer systems is the compressors are very small, and they actually take up less horsepower than some of the really early units. One of the problems with this car, as you take a look, is this car, we're going to mount the air conditioning in the compressor right in this location. So we picked the most, I guess the simplest and most direct part to be able to connect the air. Our hoses are being simulated to be connected right here. And what we found in this particular car is that the radiator is not going to be able to cool this car properly. One thing you want to do if you're doing a vintage air system in your car, you got to make sure that it's going to work right. I mean, you could put all the components in the car, connect everything, put the Freon in. It doesn't mean that the car will perform the way it should. This particular car had a tank on the top, tank on the bottom. The reason we have to sort of abort that is because right now there's not enough room for us to put a cooling fan. You can put the radiator in the car, okay, but if the fan is going to not be able to cool down the radiator core, then you have a problem. Miguel has built us a facsimile of what we'd like, okay? Come on over, Miguel. We're going to put this in. We're actually on a 4-inch core here. So what we've done is Miguel has made a square sort of template, okay, so we know that it'll fit in here. And this way, when I send this out to have it made into a radiator, it's going to actually fit. So let's push this down in here and see that it fits. Okay. Hose over here. Okay. This has a cross member right in front. We're going to have to cut that. But I can see that it will fit through this cavity. It's going to come forward. It'll give us plenty of room for our evaporator and all the other controls that we're going to need. And once I give this to it's a radiator rebuilder, it'll actually make me a radiator that'll fit right in here. It'll also give us the room behind here to put 2 electric fans. See, we need some clearance here. So this radiator is actually going to come out on this side.